Okay, so real quick, some peak week talk. Just because I've gotten some random questions, so I thought I would address them here in the video. Sorry for the lighting, it may not be the best. It's like super dark outside and storming. So, peak week. It's kind of, first things first. When people look at those pictures and they see me looking like that, I only look like that for that week. And then after that, it's all gone. I never look like that again. Peak week is not a maintainable look. So one thing that I want to stress is that you should never compare yourself to what I look like during that time or when I'm on prep at all, because that stuff it's not maintainable long term. Go back and look through my Instagram pictures for like December. That's a maintainable look. That's me doing minimal cardio, having a couple cheats a week, you know, just staying on a plan, because I never steer away from the plan, but still enjoying myself and having like a glass of wine or so on the weekends, that type of stuff. So that's kind of one thing that I don't want anybody to. Also, I have been training for 4 years. So this isn't the product of a 12-week prep. So if you think that you're gonna prep for 12 weeks, 16 weeks, whatever it is you do, and look like that, it's not. Oh my God, my hair is like really short. But there's like these long ones that are in the very back, and it kind of freaks me out. I haven't seen my hair this short in a long time, but it's just the layers. Oh, okay. Anyway, off topic. So yes, this is a product of 4 years of me working on it. I mean, basically, I don't stop. You know what I mean? A lot of girls will compete, and then in their off season, they just like blow off working out. They don't do it with as much intensity. They eat whatever they want. I don't do that. I'm pretty much on it 110% all year long. Okay, so please don't look at this and like feel less than yourself, or, you know, just don't, you cannot compare yourself to those girls, okay? So stage look is definitely not maintainable look, okay? Peak week, for example, there's usually you deplete carbs, and there's a million different ways to do peak week, okay? So this is just one method, depleting carbs, and it's kind of the most popular method, and then you kind of carb up at the end. That's not maintainable. So I look amazing right now, but let me tell you that your brain needs carbs for energy. Your brain needs carbs to survive and to function properly. So this entire week I have felt kind of really forgetful, like losing my train of thought. I'll even be talking and just like totally like forget where I'm going with the conversation. And it's just part of peak week. It's because I don't have carbs to function. But I will have carbs mañana. So just, yeah. So one thing is that with peak week, pretty much the same everywhere. Whenever you compete with any coach, the last week, and even some coaches make you do it like a week or two before, you go plain Jane. So no seasonings, no sweeteners, no BCAAs, pre-workouts. Why? First of all, pre-workouts, powders, all those things that we take, they have sweeteners, they have extra things that preserve them that, while you may not think it has an effect, but like they do. All of these little things added up together will have an effect on your body, and they won't allow you to become as lean and tight as you could be. So you could cut one thing out, but say you cut out BCAAs and you still like do the sweeteners and the seasonings. Yeah, it's probably not gonna make a difference. But when you combine all of these things and you cut them all out that last week, it does make a difference. And it only makes a difference when you're as lean and as tight as someone like I am. So, you know, if you're not at that level yet, you may not notice a difference. So that's kind of the reason that we do that. Also, once I start doing the plain Jane stuff, like you kind of lose your, what's it called? My cravings. Like I don't really get cravings anymore. So that really helps as well. All water, so tons and tons of water. Most people, if a coach makes you start like water depletion like early in the week, then there's something wrong, because that should never happen. You don't stop drinking water until like the day before. And even then, the day before, you're still drinking water, okay? You're not dehydrated. And as soon as you're done with the stage, like you drink a gallon. So you water load in the beginning to kind of flush everything out, and then you slowly taper off at the end. It's pretty standard stuff. all of these little extra things that your coach will have you do at the end is all to tighten you up, okay? So if you say, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that, or I don't want fish, I'm just gonna eat chicken instead. Like, they've built this puzzle, they put this puzzle together, and changing a piece is gonna change the end result, okay? So it's put together, it's kind of like a science experiment, okay? So don't change anything. I always follow, if I'm ever going to follow something to the T, it's that last week, okay? Because that's the one that's most important with anything. And again, with the no sweeteners, you know, like those pre-workouts, your coffee, everything like that, all of that has sweeteners in it, and that can cause bloating. You can hold water more, that type of stuff. Especially when you start carb loading again, you want to make sure none of that stuff is in your system, because it will like latch on to all of that extra water that you have to hold it in. The carbs will. And then another thing, that last week, and this is pretty standard stuff too, your workout, you don't want to not work out. Okay, so some people will say, oh, I'm just taking the week off. Well, then your muscles are like not going to be pumped for the stage. You're going to be all flat and weird looking. So you got to go to the gym, but it's a minute. I mean, the work is done. You're not there to grow your muscles. You actually don't want to lift heavy, because then you're going to cause, I mean, when you lift heavy, your muscles get swollen. They fill up with water to heal themselves, you know, so that they can grow. We don't want that week. So we lift light and we do high reps, just enough to get the blood flowing so that they're full, but they're not retaining water and they don't have to heal themselves. So you do a lot less workouts. The workouts are super easy, thankfully, on that last week. And I think that was like basically all the topics that I really wanted to hit on. If you guys have other questions or comments, just put them down below and I'll try to put them in the next video. Anyway, now I should be going to pick up Allie pretty soon from her hair appointment. Then I've got my nails at 1. And I'm like 95% done with packing. I think I can't really finish anything else until tomorrow. I've got all my meals packed, so I did that. I'm so glad I'm ahead of the game, because that's usually not the case. So today I can actually just chill out. I still have one more cardio session later on today. And then tomorrow is my last workout day. 2 cardios and I think like some legs or something like that. So that's exciting. Hope to see you guys in Dallas.